In 2024, Apple is set to release the iPhone 16 and 16 Pro lineup, promising exciting new features with an arguably more interesting feature set than we got with the iPhone 15 and 15 Pro. Tech enthusiasts are buzzing with excitement as they await the release of these upcoming models, which are expected to come with significant upgrades compared to their predecessors. Leaks and reports circulating online have been giving us glimpses into the exciting features of the iPhone 16 lineup. From camera enhancements to processor upgrades and even dimensional changes, these leaks have been teasing us with what we can expect from these forthcoming devices. One interesting detail that stood out in these leaks is the vertically positioned cameras placed in an oval-shaped bump on both the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus dummy units. This design was also spotted in a leaked CAD render of the lower-tier models of the upcoming iPhone 16 lineup. And if that wasn't enough, a leaked mold further confirmed this camera bump design. But now, we don't have to rely solely on renders and leaks anymore. Thanks to Sonny Dixon, we have actual photos of metal dummy units of all four expected iPhone 16 models. These photos showcase the phones from various angles, allowing us to zoom in on key details. One such detail is the presence of a new capture button on the right edge of all four dummy units. This button is expected to serve as a convenient shortcut for camera functions like recording videos and taking photos based on previous leaks. Additionally, all four dummy units feature an action button on the left edge. This customizable shortcut is already present on the iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max, but it seems that Apple is planning to include it on all four iPhone 16 models as well. Another notable change in the iPhone 16's design is the arrangement of the cameras. Unlike the diagonal layout seen in the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus, the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus will sport vertically aligned lenses. This change has been the subject of rumors for quite some time, and it's speculated that this new arrangement will enable the devices to capture spatial video for the Apple Vision Pro. One particularly intriguing report from TechRev suggests that Apple is planning to incorporate a groundbreaking technology called Border Reduction Structure, BRS, into the iPhone 16 models. This technology, also known as borderless, aims to minimize bezel size, with a specific focus on slimming down the bottom bezel, commonly referred to as the chin. Traditionally, manufacturers have faced challenges in reducing the size of the bottom bezel, especially when it comes to managing heat generation. However, the BRS technology, which utilizes a method of rolling copper wires upward, seems to have found a solution to this hurdle. This opens up possibilities for more streamlined device designs. Excitingly, both Samsung Display and LG Display, two key providers of screens for the iPhone 16 models, are reported to be embracing the BRS technology. This means that this innovative feature is expected to be available across all four rumored iPhone 16 models. It's a collective stride towards Apple's ambition of crafting a truly bezel-less smartphone. With all these exciting developments, it's no wonder that tech enthusiasts are eagerly awaiting the arrival of the iPhone 16 series. Meanwhile, next, the display sizes. In the upcoming year, Apple is planning to introduce larger display sizes for their iPhones. While the current models have a 6.1 and 6.7-inch display, the 2024 iPhones will see a slight increase in size. The iPhone 16 Pro is expected to have a display of approximately 6.3 inches, while the iPhone 16 Pro Max will boast a display of around 6.9 inches. These larger screen sizes are a result of the iPhones being slightly taller and wider by a few millimeters. However, the thickness of the devices will remain the same. Due to the size jump, there will be a slight increase in weight. Unfortunately, these size changes will only apply to the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max, while the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus will still maintain their current sizes of 6.1 and 6.7 inches respectively. Moving on to camera upgrades, Apple has some exciting changes in store for the iPhone 16 models. The iPhone 16 and 16 Plus will feature a new vertical lens arrangement, replacing the diagonal arrangement used in previous years. This change will enable the iPhone 16 models to capture spatial video, a feature currently limited to the 15 Pro and Pro Max. However, the most significant camera update will be exclusive to the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max. Apple is enhancing the ultra-wide camera, increasing its megapixels to 48. This upgrade will result in improved image quality, especially in low-light conditions. The ultra-wide lens will function similarly to the 48-megapixel wide camera, utilizing pixel binning to combine data from 4 pixels into one super pixel. This technology enhances image quality. Additionally, the new Pro models will also include a 5x telephoto lens, which was previously only available on the 15 Pro Max. This addition is made possible by the increased size of the devices. Overall, Apple's upcoming iPhone lineup promises larger displays and impressive camera upgrades. The iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max will lead the way with their enhanced features, while the iPhone 16 and 16 Plus will maintain their current sizes. There have been numerous rumors circulating about the iPhone 16 and its emphasis on AI or artificial intelligence, particularly in relation to iOS 18. Some sources suggest that Apple might take it a step further than its competitors by incorporating additional hardware for AI processing. One of these rumors comes from the reputable leaker Jeff Pu, who claims that Apple is making modifications to the A18 Pro chip specifically for on-device artificial intelligence. Pu also mentions that Apple is accelerating the production of the A18 Pro chip earlier than usual. As we delve deeper into Apple's AI plans for this year, we are learning more about how they will balance on-device AI with cloud-based solutions. Pu, a reliable source for Apple chip rumors, stated in an investor note, "According to our supply chain checks, we are witnessing a rise in demand for Apple's A18, while the volume of its A17 Pro has remained stable since February. We observe that Apple's A18 Pro, the 6 GPU version, will have a larger die area compared to the A17 Pro, which could set a trend for edge AI computing. Increasing the die area of a chip allows for more transistors and specialized components, typically resulting in improved performance. However, larger die sizes also come with risks of defects and design flaws, potentially affecting energy efficiency and heat dissipation. Apple will need to find a balance as they increase A18 Pro production in preparation for the iPhone 16 launch later this year. Edge AI computing, on the other hand, involves processing artificial intelligence directly on the device rather than in the cloud. Apple is expected to take a hybrid approach to AI features this year, utilizing cloud infrastructure, possibly in collaboration with Google, for some features, while keeping others entirely on the device. This isn't the first report to suggest Apple has changes to the A18 chip, particularly focused on artificial intelligence. A report last month suggested that the A18 will greatly increase the number of built-in AI computing cores with a more powerful neural engine. Both the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Pro are expected to feature a version of the A18 chip this year. Currently, the iPhone 15 uses the A16 chip, and the iPhone 15 Pro uses the A17 Pro chip. Jeff Pu's report today seems to suggest that only the A18 Pro, destined for the iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max, will feature the AI-focused changes. Apple's plans for the next iPhone are slowly being revealed through leaked peripherals. Not only do we get a glimpse of Apple's design choices for the iPhone, but we also see how they intend to integrate it with their highly anticipated Apple Vision Pro headset. The team at BGR has reported on the battery capacity of the upcoming iPhone 16 models, confirming previous discussions. The iPhone 16 will have a capacity of 3561, a slight increase from the current iPhone 15's 3349 mAh cell. The iPhone 16 Pro will see a boost to 3355, while the iPhone 16 Pro Max will have an impressive 4676 mAh cell. Interestingly, the iPhone 16 Plus will have a slightly lower capacity compared to its predecessor. Although the battery capacities have increased, the improvements are relatively small, only a few percentage points. Apple's focus seems to be on power rather than endurance, as they prioritize matching previous models' runtime with enhanced processing power. They have made improvements in both capacity and materials used, but they choose to emphasize power over extending the average iPhone's lifespan. It's worth noting that Apple doesn't disclose the battery capacity in their specifications, instead opting for phrases like up to 26 hours to describe performance. This marketing strategy makes it difficult for consumers to directly compare with older iPhones or Android competitors. Rest assured, Apple will likely continue this approach, keeping the average consumer guessing about the true specifications. Finally, the era of generative AI has arrived. Apple is stepping up its AI game in 2024 to compete with the likes of Microsoft, Google, OpenAI, and other major players in the field. While AI is primarily software-based, it also requires powerful hardware support. Rumors suggest that with iOS 18, Apple will be implementing significant AI enhancements across the operating system, with some of the most advanced features reserved for the iPhone 16 lineup due to the high processing power needed. Apart from this major AI enhancement, tech giants like Google and Samsung have already integrated AI capabilities into their products. Apple has been seen as falling behind in this area. However, a potential partnership with Google could change this perception, showing a strategic move to enhance AI functionalities. Rumors suggest that Apple might include Google's Gemini models in their upcoming iPhones, as per a Bloomberg report. Sources familiar with the situation claim that Apple is in discussions to potentially license Google's AI models. These Gemini models from Google could power various generative AI features on the iPhone, such as writing essays and generating images upon request. On the other hand, Apple's own AI models, currently in development, are expected to focus on on-device functionalities. Both Apple and Google have yet to comment on this news. This development comes as other smartphone manufacturers are rushing to introduce generative AI features on their flagship devices. Counterpoint Research predicts that over 100 million generative AI smartphones will be shipped in 2024. The competition is fierce as companies strive to capitalize on the Gen AI trend, which was sparked by OpenAI's ChatGPT chatbot in late 2022. Samsung's latest Galaxy S24 lineup, launched in January, boasts Galaxy AI as its standout feature, powered by generative AI technology. Meanwhile, Google's Pixel 8 Pro flagship device currently operates on Gemini Nano, offering features like summarizing voice-recorded conversations and suggesting message replies on WhatsApp using Google's board. If the deal goes through, it could suggest that Apple isn't making as much progress with its generative AI push as some had hoped. According to the Bloomberg report, Apple has previously had discussions with OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT. Apple tends to take a cautious approach when it comes to emerging technologies. For example, they are the only major phone manufacturer that has not yet released a foldable phone. However, with the rapidly evolving field of AI, there are concerns that Apple could fall behind. Until this year, Apple had been noticeably absent from the generative AI frenzy that has engulfed the big tech industry. However, CEO Tim Cook recently expressed his belief in the enormous potential of Gen AI and AI during an earnings call. Cook also mentioned that Apple has some exciting things in the pipeline that they will reveal later this year. According to Bloomberg, Apple has been working on its own large language model, codenamed Ajax, since last year. However, it is not as advanced as its competitors' AI models. This could potentially lead Apple to form partnerships with companies like Google and OpenAI, who have more advanced AI models. The release of Apple's next mobile operating system, iOS 18, is expected in June, and it is likely to introduce new generative AI features. Whether these features will be powered by Google, OpenAI, or even Apple's own technology remains to be seen. The integration of Google's Gemini model into the iPhone 16 series is anticipated to bring significant AI improvements to iOS 18. Apple's plans include using advanced language models, enabling more accurate responses to complex queries. Next, we have the faster 5G. In the upcoming iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max, Apple is set to introduce the latest Snapdragon X75 modem chip from Qualcomm, paving the way for faster 5G connectivity. While modem chips may not always steal the spotlight, the X75 is worth mentioning as it not only offers enhanced speed, but also consumes less power. With 10 carrier aggregation for mmWave and 5x carrier aggregation for sub-6 GHz, this chip improves data speeds, resulting in lower latency and increased data throughput. What's more, Qualcomm has integrated a second-generation AI processor into the modem chip, promising improved speeds, coverage, link robustness, and location accuracy. This means you can expect fewer connection issues in places like parking garages, elevators, and subways. The X75 also merges the sub-6 GHz and mmWave transceivers, reducing circuit board space usage by 25% and minimizing power consumption. While rumors suggest that the X75 will be exclusive to the Pro models in 2024, the standard models in the iPhone 15 lineup will continue to utilize the X70. Additionally, Apple might introduce Wi-Fi 7 to the iPhone 16 Pro models, supporting speeds of up to 40 gigs and potentially offering lower latency and more reliable connectivity. As for the iPhone 16, it is expected to feature an upgrade to Wi-Fi 6E, enabling connections to 6 GHz networks. While the 15 Pro models already support Wi-Fi 6E, the standard iPhone 15 models are limited to Wi-Fi 6. Get ready for a future of faster and more seamless connectivity with Apple's upcoming iPhones. Only time will tell how this unfolds. So overall, the iPhone 16 series is looking like a great addition to the iPhone lineup. More things remain similar. There are still plenty of upgrades with the new hardware to power it better and brighter displays. Along with the new battery thermal technology, this should really enhance the experience and work well with the new A features. Now, of course, because of all the similarities to its predecessor, it's probably not going to make anyone with an iPhone 15 rush for an upgrade, but for anyone with an older iPhone or looking to get their first iPhone, that it's going to be a great choice. Now, of course, as we approach the launch, more and more information is going to continue to come in, and I'll be sharing it as soon as it does, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing in the future.